this couple of days, the last couple of days at the very least, has been this whole Tanzanians versus Kenyans in terms of music, in terms of performances, in terms of what Kenyans are consuming. And of course, there was an underlying story there that kind of seemed like Kenyans love Kenyan music, and these promoters keep bringing us Tanzanian music. So Tanzanian musicians, why is that the case? And I think Willis Raburu had a few things to clarify, including that very point. When he went to show us the stats, because he came with the numbers. This man came with numbers, and he was trying to show us the stats of what exactly Kenyans consume. As in, as Kenyans, what do we listen to? Who do we stream the most? Is it Kenyan artists? Is it Tanzanian artists? Are they promoters bringing things out of the air and forcing them down our throats? Apparently, the top 10 most watched artists in Kenyan YouTube or on Kenyan YouTube are Diamond Platnumz with 123 million views, Rayvanny 81.9 million views, Harmonize 78 million views, Zuchu 78 million, Israel Mbonyi again 74 million. Then the first, I think, is Israel Kenyan? I'm not too sure. But the first recognizable Kenyan who has been on this list was Guardian Angel with 61.7 million views. And then we kind of go back to sort of like Tanzanians again with Mbosso and J Melody at 52 and 54 consecutively. How crazy is it to think that our top 10 most watched YouTube artists in our country, Kenya, out of the top 10, at the very least, 8 of them are Tanzanians. Isn't that crazy? And then to turn around and say that, oh yeah, we don't understand why you keep bringing these Tanzanians into our country. It's because we are demanding for that music and they're giving you what you want. But regardless of all that, he did hint a little bit about the drama between the beef drama chaos that happened between what's his name, Willie Paul and Diamond Platnumz. And it seems that there was a lot going on in the background. As always, there was a lot going on in the background. But he said this. He said, one thing's for sure, to my brother Paul, I will never take away the fact that you're a great performer. You know the truth. You know who was sorting you out with all of your 40 dancers backstage to ensure full and proper access, who came to get you, you know who made sure and negotiated for your current betting firm deal, you even know, and who insisted that you perform, and who let your dancers on stage literally pulling you up. For avoidance of doubt, you know it was me. You know the truth and you know what you did. I hope you still get more shows, but I hope you appear with more discipline and decorum. And clearly that's an inclination that Willie Paul did what Willie Paul does. Willie Paul did what Willie Paul do. And I think his brand, there's something about his brand being chaotic and always wanting to trend that is very, very deeply embedded within him as a person. Like, he just wants to make sure that wherever he is, he's trending. He says something risque, he'll say something. Basically, whatever he has to do to trend, this man will do it. And honestly, there's nothing wrong with that. If it is what his brand represents, then do what you gotta do. Plus, if we don't talk about you, you get forgotten and you don't make the money. You don't come for the shows. You don't get the gigs for the shows. And we can list many people who have had a clean brand but don't necessarily make as much money from performance simply because they're not on the top of mind for every single person. However, I agree with Eve Mungai. I think Mr. Willie Paul needs to clean up his brand a little bit, find a better management system, if not a better manager or managers. Just like clean up he needs like a whole PR cleanse at this point in time, and then start like a new version of himself. That would be something. However, I don't think he's going to do any of that anytime soon, simply because what he does works, and therefore, why would he change it?
Honestly, I feel like Willie Paul is the villain.
He always is.
He is the villain, and I'm yet to see a story or a headline where he comes out as the good guy, or he's the one who was making peace. He's always instigating something. It's very off-brand for him to be a nice person, and that is a problem, especially as we grow older. You know, you want You want to see the maturity trajectory for somebody. You want to see like when he was young and rowdy, and then, you know, he morphed into this, you know, sensible artist. Like, could you compare Willie Paul to Nameless right
Absolutely
now?
not.
Like, there's just something, there's just a distinct discipline and the aura you have. But for him, it's just chaos, chaos, chaos. Anyway, it works for him, to be honest. And he has a huge platform. He has diehard fans. So all of this is working for him. And yeah, good for you, babes. Good for you. You thriving. Yeah. But yeah, carry yourself accordingly, because once promoters like blackball you,
He's starting to get blacklisted now. The way Willis Raburu said that,
it's very difficult for
yeah.
somebody to want to work with you
Yeah.
when they have to anticipate your madness.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
so be careful, babes, be careful. Now, on to our next story, we're talking about Mammito. Now, this baby girl showed up with a belly, a pregnancy peak, and we were like, please tell me you're lying. Tell me you're lying. And then on top of that, the way she did her pregnancy reveal was like, hey, this is my Mandamano baby. And I'm like, girl, while we were fighting for justice, while we were fighting against oppression, you were out here in this sheet. So it was quite interesting for her to name her child the Mandamano baby. But she did that because of the upcoming show she's having later on. I think this month.
Yeah.
Yes, she's having a show, a stand-up comedy show, the Mandamano baby, and she's been on a media tour. But the one thing as Kenyans that we want to know is, who's the baby daddy? Who is the baby father? Now, you remember she had been linked to Butita some time back. They had dated for a short stint, and we were like, that is such an unlikely match. But if it works for you guys, it works for you guys. Anyway, fast forward, they broke up. They made the whole statement of, accord us our privacy as we go through this. And I'm just like, guys, Simtwameni nearly happened. Anyway, her and Butita are no longer together because he has been dating the other girl, Sadia, or on and off. They say they're not dating, but they be close a lot. Anyway, fast forward, she now comes up with a pregnancy pic, and we're like, okay, so who's the father? Because we are your online in-laws. At the end of the day, we want to know what's happening. We want to be in your business. And she has been very tight-lipped about her partner, going to the extent of saying he's not a famous person, he's not in the industry, he's just what she wanted. And it's so nice to see her glowing and happy, because if you remember, especially the content that she used to put out, it usually centered around character development, around Nairobi men and how y'all should avoid them. So it's nice to see her shift perspective. And now she says with her upcoming show, it's going to be something different. It's going to be her new experience, which is being in love and being in a healthy relationship. I also saw an excerpt from a comedy show, I think last week, where she was saying that she can see her mother-in-law in the crowd, and she hopes that after this set, mother-in-law is going to add her to the WhatsApp group. So it's just fun to see how okay she is right now. When probed further, I think Betty Chalo is the one who was asking, who is this guy and why have you kept him a secret? She went on to say, the thing with Nairobi, you have to be very careful. You show him off, and then they say, oh, he doesn't look good. Others will try to secretly take him. I am 31. I cannot start over dating again. Asking your favorite color and all of that. At the age of 31, I'm too old. Like, you should know your place at this point. So I'm happy for her. And if keeping him a secret keeps your relationship thriving and keeps it ensures longevity, please do that. But otherwise, I'm happy for her. She's glowing. She looks good with her pregnancy.
I actually believe that even in cases where two people can be celebrities, like I have an acquaintance who is engaged to and has been dating this really big celebrity, but you would never know that the two of them are even together in terms of like the friends groups and stuff like that. Na sisi watu kwa close friends pale Instagram, wow, we see everything. We know all of it. We can see it all because they never refuse to post and give us commentary about the relationship. However, I think it makes sense to me that you separate relationship from your public lifestyle. not everyone wants to be in the limelight. Like, I can tell you for free, it is not everyone who wants to be in the limelight near a camera. If you could just live your life and live professionally, you do what you need to do, but like, don't involve me that much, because I prefer keeping my life a particular way, simply because I have other responsibilities. Like, some people's work doesn't allow for them to be that public. In case of anything, it could really mess up their stuff. So yeah, not everyone is that open to being public, but I love her energy right now. She's giving everything and more. Like, she's pregnancying the pregnancy way. She is doing pregnancy so well. I am enjoying every single bit of it, and I hope that even after she gets the baby. Oh, actually, her event is on the 20th of December. You were asking. It's happening on the 20th of December in Loresho. There's that big hall where people go to do acting and stuff. It's happening in Loresho. So in case you're curious, go and check out her social media. You will see all that information. But congratulations again. Aki bado nataka tu kumuona. Nataka tu kumuona. Yani udaku yangu inanikataza accept that I will never see that man. Like,
no, you have to attend the comedy show. Apparently, he's well known.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so at least we have plans. Oh no, we are working on the 20th. Anyway.
Not until the evening.
But it's starting at like 6, that's what she said. It's starting, no, 7:30. Oh,
yeah, we're good.
We're
good.
We could go.
Yeah.
We could go. It could be like our last event of the year, right? Loving that. Anyway, she says it's going to be happening in Loresho. If you're curious, you can check out her social media. But congratulations to you. And honestly, even if it is just to see that man,